Hi, welcome to a day in the life of chinking. This is going to be the Chinking 101 session I've never seen before because, well, nobody chinks quite like I do. There are some techniques that I've learned over the years that I've never seen anybody else use. So if you want to learn a little bit about chinking, let's talk about some techniques. First of all, this is a buckskin log home. The cambium layer is still on it. We blasted, restored this log home last year. The homeowners this year have decided to finish it up and get it chinked. There's a lot of old characteristics on this particular style of log home because it's from like 1912. Button run, square corners, flat side, top and bottom. But considers that a D style, but these are full log from the early 1900s. It's possible that it was even built by miners. We are in a mining community here. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is laying out a bead. You want about a 1/4 inch thick on these closed gaps. If it's a closed gap, you don't need back garage. I'm using a Makita cordless bulk loader. You can buy them online. It loads with a guide plate. Those are also purchased online. You stick them in the 5-gallon bucket. Got an O-ring in the middle. You attach that gun to it and you pull up on it and it fills the gun. There's variable speed, so you can go as fast as you want. I'm going pretty fast because, well, I've probably done enough chink to go to the end of the year. Anyway, that's debatable, but I've done a lot of chinking. Now here's where we're going to start working down the crown. It's called knocking down the crown. You're not trying to get the whole bead to set on the first pass. If you push too hard, it's just going to pop out the sides, make a mess. You take the crown and sort of make it flat with light pressure. And in the second round, you start applying more pressure and get the rolled edges on the top and bottom to seal tight. As you go, if the brush gets too dirty, you just toss it, grab a new one, and it keeps everything a lot cleaner as you go. I usually keep a huge handful of like 15 brushes in my hand, so that way I keep things a lot cleaner as I go. Here I had a little bit of a gap, so I added some chinking in that spot to touch it up, and I'm moving on. Now, every time you grab a clean brush, it's best to look for little areas to clean up along the edges of your finished bead before using it to work down a new bead. That makes your brushes last longer and it keeps things cleaner. This is crucial when you're working in really high heat or direct sunlight because your beads will start drying out and then you're going to have one heck of a time trying to get the chinking work down where you want it. There's an old saying that goes, don't cry over spilled milk. If you get a little bit drippy because your sponge muffin or your brush is too wet, don't really be too concerned about it right off the bat. But before you move on with a new load of gun to lay out, you'll want to go through with your grout sponge or car sponge and wipe the body of the logs off. You're mainly looking for streak drips that can show on the stain. Yeah, it can be clean later, but it's easier to get it as you go. The little bit of milk that's left along the edges of the chinking, that'll evaporate off and you won't see it. I'm using log jam chinking, and I've seen this stuff last over 25 years. It expands and contracts with the hot and cold weather as your logs expand and contract. Here's an example of using the clean sponge to clean the edge before I got it dirty down later. If you're not sure how fast it's gonna set up on you, then start with a small amount. Just do little beads. As long as you can get it all cleaned up before your next beads, then you can add a little bit more at a time until you get just the right amount for how hot it is outside. It's touchy. I know I might make it look pretty simple, but please remember that I've done miles and miles and miles of this stuff to get it this clean and to do it that fast. When you're working around pipes and you can't get your gun in there, you got to add little globs and then use your brush to sort of push it around and get it to where it needs to be. Luckily, there's no sun on this side, so you're not blinded by my bald head. Right now I'm probably listening to music, jamming out while I work. It's pretty sweet. It may be over 100 years old, but if it's kept up, it'll last another 100 years. That's log homes, and that's why they hold their value. This one's airtight now, no bugs, no cold, nothing's getting in there now. Please subscribe and follow us. It's been kind of a slow year because we've been moving into our house, but we're going to be picking things back up here. Got some art repair coming up. Thanks again.